Hey guys, good morning. It's Pat again, here with another 2 by 12. It is Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. Mm, Going on 8 a.m. I was up early checking out these books just to let you know, how we feel about some of the things that are coming out today. So, without further ado, let's get to the reviews. All right, so first off, we got Friendly Neighborhood Spider Man #1, written by Tom Taylor and inked and penciled by Wine Cabal. Hopefully, I got that right. Here's the thing about Spider Man Spider Man is hands down one of my top three favorite characters of all time. All right. Spider Man is one of those characters that no matter what depiction they do, no matter what direction they go in with them, Peter Parker is hands down one of the greatest characters ever written, ever created. Um, Truly a cash cow for Marvel Comics. He's the heart and soul of a lot of comics fans, geekdom, I'll say. This book actually, it seems as if Mr. Taylor went out of his way to find ways to remind us of that in this book. This book has a little bit of everything that makes Peter Parker who he is, from helping out neighbors to saving someone's life and cracking jokes as he does it to just the overall essence of Spider-Man, that underdog, that I'm gonna help out any way I can. That 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 virtue that makes Spider-Man who he is. It's all throughout this book. All right. On the I want to say the third. No, I'm sorry. On the fourth page, there's actually Cabal does a great job of depicting, and the reflections on the buildings as Spider-Man is web swinging through the city to go and figure out who's in trouble, who needs his help, and all of that. The reflections in the buildings as he swings past. It's not reflections of Spider-Man so much as actual reflections on where Spider-Man has been. You see him holding the body of Gwen Stacy in one cut. You see him fighting previous fights in one cut. It's a beautiful. It's like a beautiful reflection mural of why we love the character. The conversations that he has, the interactions that he has throughout the book. They're all, like I said, it's like a love letter from from the writer to all of us that love Spider-Man, just reminding us, hey, you guys remember that time I was Spider-Man and blah 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 blah. But it was dope. It's very dope. Is the art in the book? If you can't figure it out by now, I definitely love the art. In the first part of the book. Let me clarify that because there is actually a backup story which also touches on why we love Peter Parker so much. It's a little. I'm not gonna give out any spoilers. It's more so focused on someone other than Peter Parker. Um, he doesn't. In the backup story, Peter Parker doesn't know what they're fighting. He doesn't even realize that he's in a fight. He just knows something is slightly off. But it's a great addition, I'll say, to a dynamic that's been around as long as Spider-Man himself has. That rarely pops up. Every couple of years, it does pop up. Now that's I guess that's one of the challenges of writing a character like Spider-Man, who has been around for decades on top of decade on top of decade. Um, when you get to a certain point, without breaking the mold of what makes this character who he is, how do you keep things from going stale? How do you keep things fresh? How do you keep people entertained? How do you keep people interested? Marvel has put out countless Spider-Man titles over the years. Like right now, there's the Amazing Spider-Man, which has been rebooted maybe 37 times in the last 5 years. You've got the Miles Morales Spider-Man. You've got you had Sinister Spider-Man. You've had Spider-Man 29. You got Spider-Geddon. You got Ghost Spider. You got it's just so many Spider-Man books out there. I could definitely understand how it would be a somewhat of an uphill battle to steer clear of previous storylines, previous tensions, whatever previous creative teams have thrown onto his back, and be able to kind of start where you want to start from. I guess that is one of the bright sides about this being a number one, is that you pretty much start, boom, square one. Wherever the guys wanted to start from, that's what they did. And it's, again, they I feel as if they didn't add on anything unnecessary. It was more so, hey, remember us? All of these values, all of these core character traits, all of this heart. This is who Spider-Man is. This is who Peter Parker is. Remember that. Come and take this journey with us. And this is only number one, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking out what issue 2, 3, and 4 have in store for us. So this one I would highly suggest picking up. Book number 2 is Captain Marvel number 1, written by Kelly Thompson with art by Carmen Carnero. Now, as we all know, the new movie Captain Marvel is about to hit theaters very soon in the next couple of weeks. And like with any big property, whether it's Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Avengers, X-Men, etc., 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 the company that owns the property is going to do everything they can to introduce that property to a wider audience right now at the best at the best possible time. So we get a new number one. Now there have been a couple of different not necessarily reimaginings, but reintroductions, restarts, revamps to the Captain Marvel series over the years. But this one actually seems more or less connected to what it looks like we're going to receive in the movie. What with this basically being Carol Danvers' reintroduction to Earth all over again, following a self-imposed sabbatical after the death of her mother and almost losing her brother. Now, the book has a couple of nice little cameos from Jessica Drew and James Rhodes, War Machine, and Spider-Woman, respectively, both her on and off again lover and her best friend on Earth, as well as a couple other Avengers, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Captain America, etc., etc., etc. The story doesn't really kick off until the last couple of pages. Basically, it's just a little bit of what they actually hint at in the book, A Day in the Life of A Day in the Life of Captain Marvel, where she's, helping her best friend fight off a kraken. And it's a weird looking kraken. It's got like the head of a brood creature from X-Men, an octopus body, like a crab, lobster, pincers. It's a very interesting look for a kaiju. That's pretty much no other way I could call it, but a kaiju. The book itself, it features I love Miss Thompson's voice in this book, because not only just the dialogue from the main characters, but there's an interaction, a couple of interactions with civilians where the civilians actually have lines, and it's like, yeah, you know what, that sounds like something that I would probably say, or someone you know would probably say, in said scenario. So I definitely dig that. It's a breath of fresh air as opposed to just a lot of superhero comments and exclamation marks. Um, One thing I didn't too much care for in this book, um, there just seemed to be while the art was beautiful, there did seem to be a couple of there were a couple of instances where certain things just didn't match up. Where in one panel a character is wearing something specific, and in the very next panel, all of a sudden it's gone. Um, Nothing too, it's nothing too big. It's not like it was a full blown sweater or coat or anything like that. Something that you can't just easily take off in the space of a panel, behind the curtain, as they say, but off screen, But it was just two or three instances of wait, that doesn't really gel, that doesn't really mesh up. It doesn't really fit that previous panel. Just a couple of instances of that. No more than three. Um, Again, I'm not gonna go into it. If you see it, I'm not crazy. If you don't see it, you're crazy. But enjoy the book anyway. Um, Overall, though, like I said, it's a nice little reintroduction of the character to the Marvel universe. Well, I guess the Marvel universe's Earth, more or less. And again, it's another book that I might actually, continue to pick up, especially with the reveal on the last panel. I'm sorry, on the last page, showing where it looks like this book might be going, and it's one of those kind of things that won't go to waste. You see what I did there? If you're ready, you see what I did there. But no, it looks like a pretty promising book. Like I said, the art beautiful, colors beautiful, story. Can't really tell too much about the story yet, but the voice of the characters, the emotions, the all around all around this book seems like it's going to be pretty damn good. So looking forward to issue number two. As soon as it comes out, I'll be sure to let you guys know. All right, guys, there you have it. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Talk to us. Let me know what you think. What's on your mind? Start a conversation with me. I'll return the favor. Um, that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for checking us out. And as always, I'm Pat from 35E. Talk to you soon.